Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Ring Ruler, the ultimate destination for everything boxing. Today, we're diving into the explosive world of Naoya Inoue, the Japanese phenom who's been leaving jaws on the floor with his devastating knockouts. This is no ordinary fighter. We're talking about Inoue as a force of nature, a pound-for-pound king who's horrified the boxing world with punches so brutal they've redefined what it means to dominate in the ring. So, buckle up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's break down why Naoya Inoue's knockouts are the stuff of legend. Stick around until the end, because we've got a special treat for all you Ring Ruler fans, a sneak peek at what's coming next on the channel. Let's start with the man himself. Naoya Inoue, nicknamed the Monster, isn't just a warning. At just 31 years old, this bantamweight beast has racked up an undefeated record, with 28 wins, 25 of them by knockout. That's a 90% knockout rate. Folks, when Inoue steps into the ring, opponents know they're not just fighting for a win, they're fighting for survival. His combination of lightning-fast speed, surgical precision, and bone-crushing power has made him a nightmare for anyone who dares face him. But what makes these knockouts so horrifying? It's not just the power-ites. The way he sets them up, the way he breaks his opponents down mentally and physically before delivering that final, unforgettable blow. Let's dive into some of his most jaw-dropping moments that have left the boxing world in awe. First up, let's talk about Inoue's 2019 fight against Nonito Donaire in the World Boxing Super Series final. Now Donaire is a future Hall of Famer, a multi-division world champion, and a guy who's been in the ring with the best. But when he faced Inoue, he walked into a storm. Early in the fight, Inoue was stalking Donaire like a predator, landing crisp combinations and showing off that trademark speed. By the 11th round, Donaire was battered, but still standing until Inoue unleashed a vicious left hook to the body. You could see Donaire's soul leave his body as he crumpled to the canvas, gasping for air. The crowd was stunned, the commentators were screaming, and Ring Ruler fans, you know we were losing it. That body shot wasn't just a knock, it was a statement. Inoue didn't just want to win, he wanted to dominate. What makes that knockout so special? It's the precision. Inoue doesn't just throw punches, he places them like an artist painting a masterpiece. That liver shot was perfectly timed, perfectly placed, and perfectly brutal. Donaire, a warrior who'd never been stopped like that before, was left helpless. It's the kind of moment that makes you rewind the footage over and over. And here, at Ring Ruler, we're all about breaking down those moments that make boxing so electrifying. If you're loving this breakdown, smash that like button and let us know in the comments which Inoue knockout is your favorite. Now, let's rewind to 2018, when Inoue faced Juan Carlos Piano. This fight lasted all of 70 seconds, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it was one of the most shocking knockouts in recent memory. Piano, a former world champion, came in confident, ready to test the young Inoue. Big mistake. Inoue landed a single right-hand missile disguised as a punch that sent Piano crashing to the canvas like he'd been hit by a truck. The referee didn't even need to count. Piano was out cold before he hit the ground. The arena went silent, and the boxing world collectively picked their jaws up off the floor. That's the kind of power Inoue brings. One punch, one moment, and it's lights out. Ring Ruler fans, can you imagine being ringside for that? The sheer violence of that knockout is why Inoue is called the Monster. Let's break down why that Piano knockout was so horrifying. It wasn't just the power, it was the speed and the timing. Inoue threw that right hand with such velocity that Piano didn't even have time to react. It's like Inoue's fists are moving at light speed while everyone else is stuck in slow motion. And here's the scary part. Inoue doesn't even look like he's trying that hard. He's calm, composed, almost surgical in his approach. That's what makes him so terrifying, not just a brawler. He's a calculated assassin in the ring. If you're new to Ring Ruler, this is the kind of analysis you'll get every week. So make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss a single video. Let's move on to another masterpiece from Inoue's highlight reel, his 2022 destruction of Paul Butler. This fight was for the undisputed bantamweight title, and Butler came in with a game plan to survive, not to win. He ran, he clinched, he did everything he could to avoid Inoue's power, but you can't run from the monster forever. In the 11th round, Inoue cornered Butler and unleashed a flurry of punches that looked like something out of a video game. A left hook to the body, a right to the head, and then another body shot that dropped Butler like a sack of potatoes. The referee waved it off as Butler lay on the canvas, and Inoue stood there, barely breaking a sweat. With all 4 bantamweight belts around his waist, Ring Ruler fans, that's the kind of dominance that makes Inoue a once-in-a-generation fighter. What's so horrifying about that knockout? It's the inevitability. Butler tried everything to avoid Inoue's power, but it didn't matter. Inoue's ability to close distance, cut off the ring, and land those devastating shots is unmatched. It's like watching a horror movie where you know the monster's going to get you, it's just a matter of when. And when it happens, it's brutal. That's why we at Ring Ruler can't get enough of Inoue's fights. If you're as obsessed with these moments as we are, drop a comment below and let us know what you think makes Inoue so special. Now, let's talk about one of Inoue's most recent knockouts. Against TJ Doheny in 2023, Doheny was a tough, experienced fighter, but he was no match for Inoue's relentless attack. In the 7th round, Inoue landed a left hook that sent Doheny face first to the canvas, completely unconscious. The replay of that punch is chilling. It's like Inoue's fist carried the weight of a sledgehammer. What makes this knockout so horrifying is the sheer force behind it. Doheny, a durable veteran, was out before he even knew what hit him. Ring Ruler fans, that's the kind of power that changes the game. And Inoue's got it in spades. So, what is it about Inoue's knockouts that make them so horrifying? It's not just the power, though that's a huge part of it. It's the way he combines speed, precision, and strategy to create these moments of pure destruction. He doesn't just knock people out, he dismantles them. He studies his opponents, finds their weaknesses, and then exploits them with ruthless efficiency. It's like watching a chess grandmaster checkmate his opponent in record time. And the scary thing is, Inoue's only getting better. At 31, he's still in his prime, and the boxing world is holding its breath to see what he does next. Here, at Ring Ruler, we're betting he's got plenty more knockouts to come, and we can't wait to cover them all. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what makes Inoue's knockouts stand out in a sport full of heavy hitters. First, there's the versatility. Inoue can knock you out with a single punch, like he did to Piano, or he can break you down with a barrage, like he did to Butler. He can go to the body, like he did against Donor, or to the head, like with Doheny. No matter the situation, Inoue finds a way to end it with authority. Second, there's the aura. When Inoue steps into the ring, you can feel the tension in the air. Opponents know they're in for a fight for their lives, and that psychological edge gives Inoue an advantage before the bell even rings. Finally, there's the spectacle. Every Inoue knockout is a moment you can't look away from, a moment you'll be talking about for years. That's why Ring Ruler is dedicated to bringing you every second of this action. Alright Ring Ruler fans, that's our breakdown of Naoya Inoue's most brutal knockouts. But before you go, we've got something special for you. If you're loving the Inoue hype as much as we are, stick around for our next video, where we'll be diving into the greatest upsets in boxing history. You won't want to miss it, so hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the Ring Ruler community. Drop a comment below, tell us which Inoue knockout blew your mind the most, or who you think could actually stand a chance against the monster. And don't forget to check out our playlist of knockout breakdowns for more heart-pounding action. Until next time, this is Ring Ruler, signing off. Keep your hands up and your chin down.